right. Happy Father's Day, dads.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. We appreciate that.
And Gabe, especially nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
So, Gabe, you are Puerto Rican. Is that correct? Did I hear that right?
Yes.
Yes, you are. So let's start sort of generically. Where are you guys in the world right now?
So currently we're in St. John. We're in the Caribbean, U.S. Virgin Islands. We're touring between St. John and St. Thomas.
St. Thomas. Okay. So let's get to sort of the main question at hand. There was a representative on the island of Puerto Rico who has been spreading, some of her homophobic propaganda, and she does it regularly in the House of Representatives. But one day recently, she held up a photo, and that photo happened to be of your family at a 2015 march, a celebration of not only gay pride, but the right to marry. When you found out that your image had been used in that way, I wonder what your reaction was.
You go first.
I mean, I felt really disappointed. It was just so sad because we were so joyous and we were so happy the fact that we were able to get married. We were so happy that we were able to, feel that we are a family and that people were going to recognize us as who we are. And we just felt so proud and it was so celebratory. And then this journalist asked us if they could take a picture, and we were like, absolutely. And it was just, and she used it in such joy and love and shared it around the world. And it just hurts that someone else would turn that and shift it to something that make people scared and hate gay people. It's sad.
Rafael?
Well, how do you feel about it? Yeah. I mean, for me, so, having a child as a gay couple takes planning and it takes a lot of thought, right? And to have someone utilize the picture of our family in a way that is not what it's meant to represent is just hurtful. And it's not what we're trying to show our son. It's not what we're trying to show the world. And it is completely unacceptable.
And it's untrue. That's the sad part.
Yeah.
Gabe,
what are your thoughts, Gabe?
Yeah, what was your reaction, Gabe, when you found out?
Well, this wasn't the first time.
Wait, hold on, Gabe. Start all over again.
Well,
It broke up, babe. So everything's fine, but it's just the signal's kind of breaking up a bit. So start again, Gabe. Gabe, when your dad's told you what happened, what was your reaction? Well,
it had happened before once, at my knowledge. I really didn't know what to think. I knew that sort of stuff like this would happen later on. Like, it would happen more than once. And I think that my dads have the right to be gay.
What would you want to tell the legislator, Gabe, if you were to meet her, if she were to meet you and your family?
I want to tell her that what you do is rude and you're offending my family and also potentially my biological parents.
And also potentially your biological parents. Is that what you said?
Yes, they're from Puerto Rico too.
And they're from Puerto Rico too. So, dads, tell me about the process. Gabe has been in your life since he was just a baby, right?
Yeah, we got him when he was about 5 weeks old. He showed up to us in our house. We were totally thrilled. We've been so excited about it, but never dreamed that he would be coming to us so quickly. And the opportunity presented itself. We were waiting for a call from foster care for for a very short amount of time. And all of a sudden we got a call and they told us about this perfect little 5-year-old baby that would be coming to our 5-week-old baby. It would be coming to our house, and it blew our world up. It was the most incredible thing that ever happened to us. And it just makes me so proud to have this little guy in our life.
So you both met, dads, as a flight attendant, and then you later became teachers. Court, you taught science. Rafael, you went on to be a principal. And then you guys left both of it. You took Gabe, you sold your house, and you essentially live on the ocean. So for everybody watching, when I went to interview them, I wanted to sort of find out what was the story behind this family. And what I found out the story was, I was like, okay, wait a minute, that's a hell of an adventure on its own. So tell everybody what you do.
Yeah, so like you said, 3.5 years ago, Court and I decided to quit our jobs, sell our house, and travel the world. Court and I met as travel flight attendants. Sorry, Court and I met as flight attendants, and so we wanted to show our son the world. We've always loved traveling, and so we figured there's no better time than now to go on this adventure and help our son become a worldly child. And I think he's done all right. What do you think, Gabe?
Yeah.
Now,
He's
Gabe,
seen quite a bit.
Gabe, how do you go to school?
Well, my dad started homeschooling me when I got on the boat. I started when I was 7 years old.
I think you have two pretty highly skilled teachers. I might say so.
Yes.
Yeah,
He was a principal
I
and
know.
he was a science teacher at Mel's.
I know. Are they pretty good teachers?
Yeah.
That sounds like they could do better, but that's good. So tell me
No,
where
but-
y'all have been in the world so far.
You want to start? What places have we been in the world? So I'll start with just letting you know we bought the boat in France. So we started our sailing adventure in the Mediterranean. Then where do we go? What countries did we visit? See if you remember.
Well, we started heading down towards Morocco. We went around there for a while. I think we went to
The Canary
Yeah,
Islands.
that's right.
Islands.
Yeah.
And then we went into the Mediterranean. We actually went back to Morocco
Yes.
Uh-huh.
and then into the Mediterranean and just blew our world. We love the Mediterranean.
Yeah, and we did.
That's amazing.
And in the Mediterranean, we did Gibraltar, we did Spain, we did Portugal, Italy, Sicily, Croatia, Greece,
Sardinia.
Turkey, Sardinia, and then just last year,
We did Israel as well.
oh, Israel. Yeah, off the boat. We decided to go to Israel and Egypt as well.
Want to learn more about religions, so we did that.
So
Yeah.
you took some of your money and you bought a catamaran. Now, what do you do to make money while you're gallivanting around the globe?
Sorry, can you say that one more time, David? You broke up. Sorry.
Missed that
Yeah,
one.
I'm sorry. So you sold the house, took some of that money to buy a catamaran, but what do you do as you're gallivanting around the globe in order to make money?
So, I mean, we have to figure out other ways to make money on this boat. So we, when we were buying our boat, we decided, well, why don't we just get a 4-bedroom boat? Because we love people, we love hosting, we love our family, we love guests. So let's just do that. And we're like, well, if we get a new boat, we might be able to host people and they might be able to help us with our adventure as well. So we ended up getting a brand new boat, got a beautiful 46-foot Nautic. And then with those 2-3 extra rooms, we host people aboard. So they come aboard and they get to experience our life and actually become kind of our family and be part of us, who we are. And we show them a little bit about what we do. And then they also get to eat amazing food. They go paddle boarding, they get to go kayaking, enjoy this beautiful world with us and see kind of how we live life.
Who cooks?
I'm the chef on board.
Aha. Gabe, what's your job?
Entertaining.
Oh, okay. And Daddy
Let's do
Court? Daddy Court, what do you do?
I'm the captain aboard. So I'm
Oh,
the captain and I do a lot of the cleaning and washing dishes.
And he fixes everything.
He's the engineer. on
Engineer
board,
as well.
yes.
Captain engineer. There you go. That sounds better.
Every boat needs an engineer, Gabe.
I like it.
So, Court, you are from South Carolina, and Rafael, you are from South America, right?
Yeah, I'm originally from Brazil.
Originally from Brazil. What is it that you hope your son takes away from this wild adventure?
So Corey and I have always loved traveling, and I think traveling opens up your mind to a lot of different things. And so for us, we hope that he learns to value people, regardless of where they come from. And we hope that he learns to love the world around him, because that's really what it's all about. I believe that life is a culmination of experiences, and we're trying to give him the ultimate experience.
Yeah, I want him to become worldly. I want him to feel like he is a person of the world, that he can contribute to his community. And I'm a firm believer in experience is the best teacher. And there's nothing like going to Egypt and experiencing the pyramids and walking into tombs and being part of things and talking to guides. And this experiential learning is invaluable. And I just wish I had it for myself. And I just feel so proud and just so lucky to be able to share it with my son. And all this background knowledge he has is hopefully going to be this wealth of information and this foundation that's going to help him for his entire life. That's what I'm hoping.
What do you hope, kid? What do you hope to get out of this journey?
When I leave.
Yeah, like what are the things that you hope to get by the time you leave? What are the things you're like, man, I hope that what?
Well, I wanted to become an engineer because I feel like I have a very vivid imagination. And I wanted to go to MIT for college and also prove that skin tone doesn't really matter, just who we're on the inside.
Bravo, Gabe. Bravo. Wow. Dads, what do you think when you hear that?
That's as good as it gets for me. Yeah.
Sorry. I'm proud of him. And
And I think that was part of the reason we're here is we have this kid. We fought so hard to get him. And we were in New York City working our butts off. I was working 8 hours. He was working 10 hours, 14 hours a day. And we didn't get to spend any time with him. And we thought, well, like, what are we doing? Like, we work so hard for him. All we do is like pay other people to spend time with him. Not okay. So that's what we decided. Part of the major reason we decided to do this, so we get to spend time as a family and get to know our son.
I love it. So, okay, I want to bring in, before I do this, let me bring in my friend. So now he's a part of it. All right. So when the legislator used your image in Puerto Rico to sort of defame gay people in general, there was a photojournalist named Juan Costa, who is a friend of mine and someone I respect immensely, who is joining us here. And Juan was the one who actually went and said, hey, I think I recognize that picture. Let me see if I can go find it. He found the image, found your names. I posted it on Instagram. Someone immediately said, whoa, wait a minute, I know them. I said, can you connect us? And voila, here we are. So for the sake of transparency, I wanted to bring on Juan, share his part of the story with everyone, and Juan, give you the opportunity to ask them a question or say whatever you'd like.
Yeah, I appreciate that very much, David, and thank you guys for the opportunity to get to actually know you, not read about you, but actually see it with our own eyes. The only thing I kind of regret of this interview is that we don't have it in Spanish, because it would be so much better for making it accessible for people in Puerto Rico to see who are the people who were in those pictures, in that particular picture, and how they are doing right now. So as David mentioned, I was there in the legislator that day. I'm a photojournalist here locally, so I cover a wide range of subjects, the legislator being one of those. And by coincidence, I happened to be there. I saw the whole moment. I saw the picture when she took it out. And immediately I recognized the picture. I knew it was a picture from a gay pride parade from New York. I didn't remember when I saw it or what year, but I just, something clicked. And at the moment I saw the picture and I recognized it, I kind of knew this was going to backfire, because, I knew it was a picture of two loving parents with their child. That motivated me to, and with communication with David, we kind of try to find you guys, and well, here you are. So that's something I take away. I'm very happy to finally meet you guys. That being said, I just wanted to ask you, in regards to your relationship with Puerto Rico. I know Gabe is Puerto Rican. It's pretty obvious now, but you mentioned you got him really young. You adopted him when he was very young, 5 weeks old. His parents are from Puerto Rico. I would like to know, as far as you are comfortable in sharing that information, how was that adoption process? How it came to be? How do you finally got to meet Gabe? Was it in Puerto Rico? Was it in the United States? What details can you share about that and his background as a Puerto Rican?
Sure. Can I go ahead and answer that?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So So Gabe was a foster child, right? So his biological parents are Puerto Rican, but his biological parents lived in New York City.
Okay.
So with the foster system, as you might know, what happens is there's a child who needs to be placed in a different home, in a different setting. And so the child goes to a family right away, right? And so Gabe stayed in our care under the foster system for about 2 years. And then after the 2 years, then we were finally able to adopt him. The thing with adoption, I'm sorry, the adoption party. Yeah, we have a video of the adoption party because it happened a bit earlier than we thought because there was an opening in the court dates, so they were able to rush the adoption date. But essentially what happened was his biological parents were never involved in his life when he was an infant. And, you know, the foster care system and agency has to do their diligence in looking for the biological parents after the biological child is born for a certain amount of time until the court changes the ruling to go from family reunification to then the role of adoption, right? And that's where we come in. So we've always fostered Gabe. We made a point to go to every single court date, even though we didn't have to show the courts that we were actively involved in Gabe's life and that we wanted to adopt him. And so after a year of Gabe being in our care as a foster child, then the ruling changes to then now adoption, right? And because obviously we had been fostering Gabe since he left the hospital at 5 weeks old, then we were able to adopt him after that, which then still took a year to do so. But then the parental rights were severed, and we were able to finally be able to adopt him.
But even though those, but Gabe mentioned that their parents are in Puerto Rico. Is there still communication? Are there some involvement, or it's just knowledge that they're here and they know him, so they probably saw the picture when the Representative Burgos took it out?
Yeah, so because it was through the foster system, we have no records really of the biological family. What we know is what the agency has told us. And so what they've told us is that his biological parents are Puerto Rican. And at the time when he was fostering, we knew that his biological mother was in New York City at the time, even though she was Puerto Rican. And our understanding is that his biological father is Puerto Rican and has a couple other children that live with him in Puerto Rico. I guess a couple other half siblings that we don't know of, or biological father that we don't know of either. And we have no record of him because when the mother gave birth to Gabriel, the biological father was not in the birth certificate. So we have no record of the biological father at all.
All right. So this issue that brought us together today is because of a homophobic, in my opinion, rant that came from a representative who has used the issue of gay people and especially transgender people as a political, punta de lanza, as we call it, at the tip of the spear for their political, endeavors. But I figured, and especially when you have visited so many countries, that perhaps this is not the first time that you've faced homophobia, especially when you're so, it's pretty obvious. You're two guys with a kid, and you show that, you don't hide it, as perhaps many other families might find themselves doing because of that same homophobia. So if you could perhaps share with us a few moments in which this has happened and, what effect did it had on your family dynamic?
Yeah. Do you want to talk about the Poland?
Yeah. So at one point I tell you, on a day-to-day basis, I don't feel like we get a lot of homophobic reactions. So I feel very proud about our world. That's why it's so shocking when something like this comes up, because it's like, I feel like the world has progressed and we're in a place where we all love each other and that we are there for each other. And then all of a sudden it's like, wait, what? This is still coming up? Really? That was so many years ago. So I guess the times we hear it is like social media. So we were cruising, I think, Croatia at the point, and we received some texts, starting getting a lot of these texts. And the people I didn't even know, but because we're on Instagram, these people started texting us and saying, so I really feel badly, but people in our country are starting to use your pictures in a negative way. And I'm like, what's going on? And we started getting more and more pictures and feedback from these people sending us these, like, they printed the same image on a 4-story building, but 2 stories of the building was just us with our guys blacked out and put, some pretty nasty words underneath it. We probably know what they said. And it was shocking. And we actually ended up filing a lawsuit against the organization. It was a Christian organization that was trying to, keep, promote homophobia, I guess. So we did mount a lawsuit and nothing ended up coming from it. But we just wanted to it's just shocking that people are still trying to do this. So we're just we're hoping that this coming up again, it gets spun in a way where we can use it to make sure that this doesn't happen to other people, because it's ridiculous, the defamation of character, the way that's being used, and the feeling it brings up to someone who really cares and loves about his family and his son, and to make me feel like to say something that's untrue and unjust without getting to know me. It's just kind of sad, especially coming from a political figure. I'm just very disappointed.
Yeah, it's just obvious that they didn't do the background on the picture. So lastly, and that's my last question, do you regret that picture? Do you regret the moment that you said to that reporter, yes, take the picture, you guys, you gave your son a kiss, it was captured, and the rest is obviously history. Do you regret that moment?
I don't regret that moment, because there was so much love in that picture. There was so much love in that day. And the fact that someone is utilizing that picture in that way is completely unacceptable. And I wouldn't that day, I wouldn't change what happened for anything in the world, because this is all creating an opportunity to expose the bigotry, unfortunately, and let people know that we're not going to stand for it. It's completely unacceptable. We're a family built on love, and we expect people to accept that and love that.
I regret it.
Go ahead.
I just want to be truthful. I regret it because of the hurt that it caused. Like it caused a lot of hurt, and it caused a lot of emotional turmoil for myself, because I'm like, who are you to judge me, and who are you to judge our family? And culturally, it's totally acceptable in so many cultures. And if you have a mother kissing her son, that's okay. But then
if you have a straight father kissing her son or daughter, it's okay.
Oh, no problem. That's not anything. But the second you have two dads kissing a child, then that's not okay. And it's just so sad, the culture.
So let me ask you this, Gabe, what did you think of Puerto Rico when you and your dads went pretty recently? I saw Culebra, San Juan. What did you think?
It's a nice town. I liked it. But when that picture, when I saw it, I realized that there were some nasty people in Puerto Rico. It changed my image a tiny bit.
Wow, I'm really sorry for that, man. And I know there's a lot of people that would tell you the same I'm gonna tell you now. There's nothing to be ashamed. And the picture for gay people like me, it means the world. And not just the fact that the picture exists and it creates a moment in which you can advocate for families like yours, but the fact that I got to meet you and to actually see the love and care that these two guys next to you have for you, that's just the best thing I can take away from this interview. So thank you so much for sharing your time and your adventures. And I really hope that next time that you come to Puerto Rico, you let me know, because I want to see that boat. I want to meet you guys. Yeah, of course. And maybe David can come and join us, and David and Jeremy too.
And Gabe, let me tell you this. Not everybody in Puerto Rico is like that. The vast majority, and most every Puerto Rican person you will meet on the island is loving and tolerant and would celebrate you and your family. Trust me on that.
And we definitely met some wonderful people there. We hung out with a bunch of people that were just so wonderful and so caring. And this is just a little hiccup. We're gonna hopefully make better.
So, Dad, the final question is, what is your hope for people? Excuse me, let me try again. The final question is, what's your hope in terms of a takeaway for people after hearing this story?
I want people to understand that our family is not any different than anybody else's family.
I want people to take away understanding that gay people who are wonderful people, and they're just trying to help. They just want to be part of things, and they're just really proud to have this opportunity to raise such an outstanding young man. And that love is love, and we love him, and that's what matters, is love.
Happy Pride, family.
Thank
you very
you.
much.
Right, yes.
Love you guys.
And happy Father's Day, dads.
Thank you very
so
much. I appreciate that.
And Juan, thank you for being a part of this.
No, thank you, David, for inviting
Thank you,
me.
Thank
Juan.
you, Juan.
And
Last
really, I
one.
mean it. I want to meet you guys. Next time you're here in Puerto Rico,
So we will be heading to Puerto Rico. Actually,
Let-
we have a few things we have to do in Puerto Rico, so we'll be heading there.
that's just great.
We'll find out soon, and we'll let you know.
I love it.
Yeah, great.
Love
great.
it.
Then your contact information.
Bye,
Bye,
David.
bye, Gabe.
Bye.
Bye, guys.